Hi, everybody. I think I'm right on time. Sorry, I was having some internet stuff going on. Huh, okay. Sorry. Figuring out how to, share to a group. Look, I can do it on my phone. How about that? Ta-da. I wonder if I can tag my page. No, I can't. Okay. Never mind. I don't need to tag my page. Okay. So, everyone, I posted earlier, and I think I said last night I was going to come on today at 6, and here we are. And it's 6. Okay. So, this is the singing bowl that my son got me. It's a beautiful bowl, handmade in Nepal. So I thought I would just sort of clear some energy in here. Sometimes you can just hear that. Take a breath. Isn't it nice? I love this bowl. Look, I can even make it sing. I have a lot of them that I can't make sing, but this one that Patrick got me, I can make sing. Isn't it nice? I love it, right? I love this bowl. And it just keeps playing. I believe he got it for me in Chicago, somewhere at one of the stores. I always use that at the beginning of our recovery Dharma meetings and everything. So I love that bowl. Anyway, so thought I would come on today. One of the first things I want to talk about, just because I feel like I should give you some sort of information when we start. Or at least that's what I'm feeling guided to do, is to give some information while we start. So this is a book called Energetic Boundaries. See if I can get the glare off of it. I have the hardcover. I also have it in on Audible. Hey, honey, how are you? I will give you a reading in just a second. Let me talk about this one thing first, and then I will get into readings, okay? So this is about our beliefs, and when I was looking at this, I was like, okay, well, maybe this would be some valuable information. So beliefs are the perceptions that underlie our decisions. Like feelings, any belief can lead to joyous and productive emotions, but only if we are willing to reframe destructive beliefs so that they support unity and oneness rather than separation and discord. The 6 categories of misperceptions that lead us astray and damage our emotional borders. These involve issues of unworthiness, unlovability, undeservedness, lack of value, being bad or evil, and powerlessness. Energetically, these undeveloped beliefs lock into our brains and run our neurological chemistry, creating havoc in our emotional energy boundary. They attract people in situations that reinforce the immature belief rather than inviting growth and change. Having one of these beliefs imprinted on our emotional boundary is like wearing a sign that broadcasts a lie about ourselves. To change a destructive belief, first we must isolate it. Once we've figured out the misperception, it's important to refrain from shaming ourselves. We are dealing with an incomplete or immature belief, not a bad one. Teenagers aren't successful adults. They are merely older children who haven't yet arrived at an adult state. Just as it's our job to teach a teenager how to think more lucidly, so it is our job to transform an immature belief into a more mature version of itself. This way, instead of fighting the belief, we cultivate it. so it becomes useful and not harmful. The 6 immature beliefs can be reframed as followed. Someone's trying to keep me from reading this. Hold on a second. Out. Okay. Unworthiness. If you believe that you are unworthy, acknowledge that. At this time, it's simply hard to perceive your innate worthiness. Try saying something to yourself like this: my worthiness is becoming apparent to me and others. Unlovability. When you feel unlovable, recognize that right now you aren't able to feel or sense love. Tell yourself, I am open to feeling and sensing love. Undeservedness. When you're thinking of yourself as undeserving, remind yourself about the nature of grace, a gift that never has to be earned. Say something to yourself like, I accept grace from any loving source. A lack of value. When you perceive that you aren't valuing yourself or someone else, or that someone isn't valuing you, say this to yourself: my value is becoming clear to everyone who needs to see it, including me. And being bad or evil. When you believe that you are bad or that someone else is bad or evil, admit that you are occupied with shame. Shame tells us that there is something wrong with us rather than there is something simply wrong. Shame is a form of control. So when someone hurts us, especially when we are young, we have 2 choices. Either we must believe that the other party was injured and didn't know how to love, or we must believe that the abuse was our fault. The first option leaves us feeling helpless and despairing. We would rather feel bad and defective than overwhelmed and unloved. The second option is erroneous, but it enables us to feel like we still have control over the situation. If we change, the situation might change. To avoid either view, tell yourself instead, I can love myself for who I am and love others for who they are right now. And powerlessness. The above scenario describes what leads to powerlessness, the sense of helplessness over how others perceive or treat us. At many times in our lives, we are actually powerless. Does that make us guilty of what others choose to do? No. To argue this would be to deceive ourselves and increase our inner terror and shame. The key is to assert the following: I accept that which I have power over, and I release what I do not. So these are some good affirmations to write down so that we can begin to overcome some of those false beliefs that we have about ourselves and about others. As I'm reading this part about the shame and all of that, it reminded me very much of the equanimity meditations that we would talk about in Recovery Dharma. That's one of our things. So my worthiness is becoming apparent to me and others. I am open to feeling and sensing love. I accept grace from any loving source. My value is becoming clear to everyone who needs to see it, including me. And I accept that which I have power over and release what I do not. So, and I can love myself for who I am and love others for who they are right now. And that sentence right there, I can love myself for who I am and love others for who they are right now, is very much the heart of equanimity meditations. It's a lot towards codependency and of course our addiction to people. So again, this book is called Energetic Boundaries. Her name is Cindy Dale. It's a great book. I like it. I like to listen to it in the car when I'm going along. So yeah. So now, okay, I can roll back a little bit and go, all right, Kel, so hey, you would love a reading and you are keeping busy with those babies. Yeah, I saw your picture and they are too cute and your hair looks great. It absolutely looks beautiful. So, for you today, my dear, we're going to go with these. It's called the Animal Wise Tarot by Ted Andrews. Ted Andrews is really the author and creator of all the animal spirit medicine cards. He wrote, he did this one, the medicine cards that are falling apart. And actually I had pulled out a couple of his decks today. And I also pulled out Feathered Omens by him too. I was just feeling very animal-y sort of thing today. So, woo, they almost flew all out of my hand. All right, they're saying top one. Okay, honey. Queen of the Winged Ones, which is like the Queen of Swords. It's called the Scarlet Macaw, and it's about vision and spiritual perception. Very pretty bird. Let's see what she's got to say to you. Knight of the Winged Ones. Queen of Swords is she's a very powerful energy. It's swords are a suit of air, so they're a suit of communication. Queen of Swords, she's the one that she says what she means, and she means what she says, and sometimes it can be a little biting, but that doesn't. Anyway. So, when Scarlet Macaw appears, our spiritual vision and perceptions are heightening, becoming sharper and more accurate. We should trust this vision, no matter how bizarre and strange the perception might seem. This is a time of greater spiritual depth and creativity. People will seek out our counsel, and we are likely to find new creative ways of expressing our perceptions and performing the counseling. When Scarlet Macaw appears, our vision, our creativity, and our communications will brighten everything that we do. So, my dear, have you been having a lot more visions, more vivid dreams, hearing things in your head that sound totally bizarre and strange, like you should tell this person that, and then you go, and you're like, you go to tell them that, and you feel like you're crazy, you can't possibly say that to the person? Because I did that for several years, where I would hear something in my head and I would hear, tell that person that, tell them that. Okay, very vivid dreams. All right. Vivid like the color of the macaw. So you're getting communication. So, you know, really no matter what spiritual text, religious system, whatever it is that you want to go into, they all talk about dreams and how we get a lot of communication from dreams. I think like a third of the Bible comes from dreams. So, okay. All right, you've been telling people you've been having dreams. Okay, so dream work and dream interpretation. So when you wake up in the morning, before you put your feet on the ground, either grab your phone or a piece of paper, keep a small journal next to your bed, you know, something like this. Keep it right there, and write down everything that you remember from your dreams, no matter how bizarre or strange or irrelevant that it may seem. The more irrelevant that it may seem, the more it's kind of a message. If you have water, what kind of water? Are you in deep water, dark water, clear water? Are you in a boat? Is it a river, a lake, a stream, that sort of thing? Are you in a building? What room of the building are you in? Those things. And when you start to write all those things down, then you can begin to, then your feet can hit the floor, you can go have your coffee, you can go get the kids, you can go do whatever, and then you can go back through and interpret your dreams. And all that takes is going on to, it's going on online, and you can Google, you know, each little part of your dream, you know, polar bear dream meaning, car dream meaning, bus dream meaning, bathroom dream meaning. And if you go through all of those things, it's been so strange lately, like in a building with water surrounding you and you can't get out. Okay, so Google water dream meaning and building dream meaning and like trapped dream meaning. And see what you get. And as you go through and you start to look those things up, see what the message is, and then sort of write it down and realize that you're getting a lot more messages now. So a spiritual awakening is when all of those things start to come in and they start to talk to us more and more. And as we trust the universe, then it will trust us back and give us more messages. It's like, I can't give you $1 million if you can't handle 5. So the minute that you show the universe that you can handle 5, you can handle interpreting your dreams, then they will begin to bring you more messages, okay? So I hope that helps. And yeah, I hope that helps. Okay. All right, is it Rocio? Is that how I spell your name? Yes? Okay. All right, so let me pull a card for you. They're telling me you get a feather omen. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. And So these Feathered Omen cards are all different birds. Okay. I love birds. I love when I first started awakening and I started realizing how much birds talk to me. And I always said, you know, God sometimes sends me messages on the wings of feathers, you know, on wings and feathers. So, okay, hold on. Yours is in the middle here somewhere. That one. Okay, well then give me that one. Okay. So you have gotten the Heron, and what it says on the bottom is assert when opportunity appears. So things about herons, they're always about deep diving awareness. You know, when a heron goes for a fish, that they go deep down. There's actually a heron. I have a koi pond in my backyard, or I did until I killed all the koi because I left the water running. I felt awful. Anyway, so he shows up every once in a while to come and take a look and see what, you know, see if I got any food in there for him. And he's like stabbed the bottom of my pond and everything. All right. So for the heron, marshlands and wetlands are some of the most productive ecosystems in North America. They are also areas of decomposition with the breaking down of old growth so that new growth can occur. They remind us of their creative power in change and transition. Heron's appearance now alerts us to change and reminds us to take advantage of those changes while we can. Changes are going to happen anyway. It's a part of life. So clean out the old, make room for the new. Embrace the change, and your creativity and productivity will increase by leaps and bounds. This is in Heron's promise. It stalks in a careful stride as it hunts and spears quickly and directly with its long beak when it spots its prey. So now is the time to assert yourself and explore new areas and activities that are coming with the changes. So as I read that, I'm hearing in my head, I think you may have some decluttering to do around the house. You may need to do some feng shui work, either at home or at the office, or even both. You know, I'm not sure if you have an office or whatever. So as we clear up and clear out some of the old stagnant energy, move some furniture around, shift some things, you will find that you will shift the energy in your home. Probably burn some sage or some Palo Santo, maybe even get some like frankincense, incense, and just sort of shift the energy in your home. And then that way you are signaling again to the universe that I am ready to accept whatever it is that you have for me. So bring it and see what happens. So be excited to hear what sort of changes that you have going, you know. Yeah, so let me know. And I hope that helps. And let me know if it makes sense. So really the only thing I ask of people is just to let me know if it makes sense when I say something. Just sort of, you know, let me know that I get it, that you get it, or let it. Anyway, I guess I hope you know what I'm talking about. Kelly, definitely need to work more on your beliefs. Thank you. I was wondering who that was for. I was sitting here going, you want me to read what? Okay, fine. We'll read about some beliefs. So, yeah, and Kelly, if you want, I'll take a picture of those and send them to you later. Okay, and Kelsey, we're talking about that. Very vivid dreams. All the time. Crazy dreams. Went through that. And Kelly, yeah, if you've been having more vivid dreams too, your spirit guides have been talking to you. Again, like really seriously, a third of the Bible came from dreams. The whole, you know, the book of Daniel, I think he went through and the king Nebuchadnezzar called him in to come and interpret all of his dreams because no one else could tell him what was going on. And if you read the story, as I did because my kid's name is Daniel, you know, there was all sorts of weird symbolism that came into Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and no one else could interpret it. And so, you know, Daniel comes in and he takes all the weird shit that happened in his dream and makes it make sense, and then it pulls out a timeline for the king for later. So I'm so glad it helps you. All right, you know, like, please let me That's kind of what I'm doing this to see if we can help, you know. All right, Kelly, can you have a card? Of course. And Aleja, finally, you got here for your card. You're okay. Kelly. Water was good today. Okay, Kelly. We have the Redwinged Blackbird. And the Redwinged Blackbird, I have them every once in a while in my backyard there. New surprises and understandings. They're also telling me, Kelly, for you to Google again. I'm going to tell you what it says in the book, but they want you to look it up online too. Spiritual meaning of Redwinged Blackbird. There is an article, and okay, this is going to sound strange, and you know how I am about strange, but I just got to tell you, they're like, whatever you pull up on Google, it's going to be the second article that comes up that you're supposed to read. So if you read that and it makes a whole bunch of sense, please get back to me and tell me, because that sounds very specific in my head. And yeah, I'm just kind of going, okay. No other bird has been associated with the signs and omens more than the blackbird, of which there are many varieties. The color alone has evoked both fear and promise. The red-winged blackbird, though, is always a sign of new surprises and new understanding coming your way. What had not been understood soon will be. What had not been explained or had been covered up will be brought to the light. What had been muddled will become clear. What had been stagnant will be renewed. This is a surprising promise when the red-winged blackbird appears as a messenger. This aggressive and territorial bird has a red patch on its wing with a dash of yellow, making it stand out against the other blackbird varieties. You and your efforts will be noticed and rewarded very soon in some surprising and unexpected ways. Your energy will be more dynamic, and nothing more than a soft nudge will get you insight, explanations, and even secrets from others right now. This will help you to understand and gain a better perspective of the events happening around you, both currently and in the recent past. And as a result, it will surprise you with what it renews for you. So, I think that's also probably why you had to have the water. You had to cleanse some of the energy off to kind of get some of the stuff out of the way, because it's talking all about that stagnant energy and new things coming to, and yeah, I think that's why you got to go in for that. They'd also like for you to salt the floor again. So you know how I've told you sometimes when the energy is a little stagnant around the house and stuff like that, you can take the salt, like you can even take like a salt and baking soda mix. And you remember, you know, when we used to have little, I don't know if you ever did it, but my mom always had the canisters of the Arm & Hammer baking soda carpet stuff that you sprinkled all over the carpet and you let it sit for a little while and you vacuumed it up. Something about that you're supposed to be doing at the house. Like when, you know, maybe next time the boys go, just salt all the carpets, leave it down for about an hour, and then vacuum it up. Okay? And let me know if you have any questions after that. All right? And I'm glad, I was so happy to see you guys in the pool, because water is good for you. It's always been good for you. That's sort of your go-to, is water. So, okay. Miss Aleja, okay. So, for you, my dear, relationship healing. Morganite. It's a very pretty pink stone. I'm feeling it might not be what you wanted to hear. I don't know who it's with, though, at the moment. I don't know if it's with them or, you know, or someone else. Almost feels like it's with the boy, the older one. I don't know. Okay. This one, this beautiful crystal, the grandmother stone of rose quartz, holds an ever deepened wisdom of love. It assists you to deeply love yourself and to expand this universal love out into the world in order to love all that is and beyond. It also helps you look honestly at old sabotaging relationship patterns that are keeping you stuck and stagnant in old stale energy. Morganite invites you to take a leap of faith into the heart where you can find the strength and courage to heal. So this looks like it's all about healing old energy and self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, and I'm great at self-sabotage. As soon as I get somewhere like close to where I'm supposed to be, I will blow that up. Just, well, I think anyone who's been in addiction knows that one that I'm talking about. If you have attracted this powerful healing card, it signifies your current relationship is undergoing deep healing and transformation. Things may have been challenging as of late, so it's shown up to bless you with its healing rays and assist you in any healing required for you to move forward in your relationship in a loving and positive way. There are amazing opportunities for personal growth and deeper connection available to you at this time. Open up and allow the divas to shine their healing light upon you so that you can receive this deep awakening of the heart. They urge you to hand over your past relationship hurts and old wounds that are no longer serving you. It's time to allow the layers of protection to dissolve and to be open to healing with ease and grace. Be aware of what feels like a crisis can often be a profound catalyst for change. Deep wounds and old patterns may be resurfacing in order to provide great opportunity for transformation, change, and renewal. So let go of old self-sabotaging patterns and you will deepen your wisdom and understanding of relationships. And as you experience deep personal healing from past relationships and old wounds, you will feel your relationship with yourself deepen and a new light shining in your heart. Know that you are deserving of a loving divine relationship, and it is now time to truly embody and believe this for yourself. So allow your light to shine on and your heart to shine on. And I'm just going to leave that where it is. If you want to talk to me about that later, you can send me a message. But yeah, feels like a lot too is that relationship with yourself that you're going through, that you've got to, I want to say, stand on your own 2 feet. Yeah, you gotta work on you. And again, we all have that self-sabotaging thing going on, so you know. Okay, Sag, of course I can. No, you got one of these. And Charlene, I'll be right with you, honey. They're like, no, we're right there on the top. We're good. Okay. This one's been coming up a lot lately for people. I shuffled all these cards probably like 20 times before I turned the video on. So, and when you're learning to use cards, you just kind of, you shuffle until you hear in your head, okay, stop, you know, and you know, or, you know, sometimes I hear stop, or I hear cut the cards, or, you know, spread them out and pull from the center, or whatever. So, this one is about integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, and consistency. So this one is all about personal integrity. And they're telling me all you need is this prosperity message. So now is the time to be unfailing in your adherence to your values. Know where you are willing to bend and where you are not. So be in touch with what matters most to you, knowing that abundance takes many forms and will show up in many ways. Be fully present and impeccable in your financial transactions and dealings. If you have money decisions to make, meditate on what fair looks like. You will have greater clarity about where to take a stand and where a little compromise feels right. This stone helps pull us out of emotions and place us firmly in the well of our strength. Meditation with the stone can assist in showing us how far we have come in our journey. It encourages us to embody all that we have learned and reclaim our power. If you are feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still and reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It is not your job to protect everyone's feelings and keep the peace at all cost. You don't have to rush about smoothing anything over. Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now. So, and they said this is what that stone looks like. You can take a screenshot of the name or write down what it is. Continue to look up and research that stone, that particular crystal, and see what it says about you. So anytime I pull up a crystal card, y'all can write it down and then Google the spiritual meaning of that stone or whatever, and you'll always find more articles about what exactly it means and what sort of healing it will provide for you. So let me see what you had to say on that one. You're literally reading books on that right now. I love that. Okay, well, I'm glad that you are reading books on that right now, and so I guess that is your confirmation that you are on the right track by reading those books. So a lot of time when I do readings for people, really what the best thing that I'm giving someone is confirmation of what it is that you're already doing, so that it lets you know that you are on the right path, and that what you're doing is correct. So, all right, Miss Charlene. Zach, I hope that helps. You know, integrity, such a great thing. You know, when we do what we say we're going to do, when we say we're going to do it, and when we screw up, we say, I screwed up, how can I fix it? You know, how can I fix that? Okay. Oh, I just brought some of these down. So Charlene, honey, this one is about Apache tears. This right here is an Apache tear. So this is this particular stone. Look, it matches my nails. So that is Apache tears. Apache tears are about taking away our grief. And then after we have meditated with them and they take away our grief, we bury them in the ground. So letting go of grief, recovering from the past, releasing pain so that old wounds heal. Before we came to this planet, our souls agreed to experience both love and loss in this lifetime, along with the pleasures and pains of being in our bodies, so that we might experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment and find our destiny. There is great beauty in being broken open, for a heart that is fully expanded with grief is one that truly understands the rejection is God's protection. I said again, rejection is God's protection. Faith in something better coming our way will set our wheels in motion for attracting that which we most deserve. Often we simply cannot recognize that there is a far better plan at work than our own. The message of Apache tears is not to fear or repress your emotions. Release them through your body so that you can prepare yourself to heal from the heartache and receive all the conscious universe has in store for your pleasure and happiness. Often our purpose starts to reveal itself in times of rejection as the conscious universe whispers, you will see this through a different set of eyes one day, I promise. Know that the conscious universe is allying with you right now, eagerly supporting you and opening to the fulfillment and joy when you were born to feel. When Apache Tear Spirit appears, it's calling you to recognize that losses and even betrayals come bearing unexpected gifts. They can break your heart open and send you on a mission to live more fully, more lovingly, and more meaningfully. Much goodness is coming your way, so hold on and hold fast to the truth that you have a destiny unfolding before you. Recognize the conscious universe as your ally in co-creating something so much better than what you are experiencing now. Clear space by releasing the past and washing away the old with your tears. You do not need to hold on to old resentments. The tears that flow will also water seeds of joy that you don't even know are planted in a field of infinite possibility. Now is time to allow yourself to grieve your losses as you are weeping the doorstep. As we're sweeping the doorstep and taking out the garbage so you can make way for a new delivery. The universe has so much planned for you, so release emotions that might block you from moving into a state of receptivity. Abundance and prosperity will soon be visible in your outer conditions. Don't know if I gotta scroll down and then scroll back up. Oh, that was Zach. Okay. So Charlene, honey, I almost wonder if some of the stuff that was going on with your skin was also part of things trying to be released. So spiritual reason for whatever we got going on. Spiritual reason for. Yesterday I had some people talking about cancers, and I always tell people spiritual reason for XYZ cancer, and see what the emotions and things are behind that. Apache tears just help us to let go of the old stuff, so that we can work our way into something new, and just remember that where the breaks are is where the lights come in. So sometimes when we get broken open, that's the greatest thing that can ever happen to us, because then we can really let the light in. So Grammy's done. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I guess that's probably why we got Apache tears. All right. It's no fun when that happens. Just know that she will always talk to you, whether she's in the body or out. Sometimes I have to sit there with people that are transitioning over, and it's like, okay, I'll talk to you when you get on the other side. Because they don't stop talking. They just don't pick up a phone to do it anymore. So, anyway, I hope that helps, and much love to you. Okay. Hi, Regina. You're choking out? What do you mean you're choking out? I don't understand that one. All right, Gina. Gina got green adventuring. Number 25. So you got a 7 there. And I always have time for a card for you. All right, Gina. And by the way, Gina, I think that the next time that we do this, or one of these times that I do this, I think that you should come on live with me, and we can like double up and read cards. I was already talking to a friend of mine, Brad, that, and you know Bradley from the group, that we were talking about doing dual readings. And I totally think that you need to, I think that we need to do that. We need to get, you know, both of us on here and double pull cards and really throw people into a thing. Okay, green adventuring, luck, good fortune, potential, possibility, and new opportunities. Possibilities for experiences your soul craves are everywhere, offering new opportunities to help you find your purpose. The gate to the field of infinite potential is always open, for the conscious universe wants you to enjoy the bounty that exists in the realm of possibility and bring it into form through the power of co-creation. Cast fears and regrets aside, says Green Adventuring Spirit, for you are much loved, and the conscious universe wants to give you all that you desire. The universe is always dreaming up new ways to bring what you need and help you experience well-being, joy, and fulfillment. Beyond what the eye can see lies a field of infinite possibilities, the field where 13th century poet Rumi asked his lover to meet him. Green Adventuring calls you to recognize that there is... lost my place. Green Adventuring calls you to recognize that there is no end to the number of people who will come into your life offering loving support and acceptance, so never settle for less than you deserve. Didn't we just talk about that? Never mind, sorry. The conscious universe is always sending new opportunities for experiencing love, and make sure that there are many fish in the sea, along with all manner of creatures, starfish, dolphins, you get the point. Open to the possibility, and the love you seek will show up for you. The nature of Earth is abundant, and prosperity is your natural state. The potential for healing and balance is there if you open to the possibilities presented to you, perhaps not exactly when you wish them to appear or exactly in the form that you imagine, but they will show up. Opportunities are easier to spot when you let go of your old beliefs about wealth and instead surrender to the universal flow. Eyes open now, for there is much potential for you to experience the security and prosperity that you desire. The energy of green adventuring is reminiscent of a forest walk. It brings us down out of our heads and into the heart, while gently grounding us at the same time. Meditation with this stone cultivates a feeling of balance and non-attachment, allowing us to easily become calm and heart-centered. Yeah, those whole 7s have been coming up a lot. And look at the cute little face in there. It looks like a little Buddha face going on in there. you know, it does. It looks like a little happy Siddhartha going on. And that would make very pretty earrings. That's what I'm hearing. So, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like how it said, all sorts of love coming your way. Don't settle for anything less than that at all. So, you know, no settling. But I think we already talked about that, so we don't settle. All right, Lee, I'm glad that that was spot on, and relationship healing and all of that stuff, so I'm good. Hi, Karen. How are you, beautiful lady? Karen is one of the people that helped me get Daniel back, so, always, you know, always good to see. Mom and Dad are very happy, Karen. They're having a big old time, and like I feel like they're at a party. Like they're just hanging out having, I'm hearing the words a hootenanny. I'm hearing a hootenanny. I don't know. I don't know. But there is a big time going on, and everybody is having lots of fun, and they're more than happy to wait a long time before you show up. But they will keep the party going until you get there, which again is not going to be for a very long time. But the word hootenanny keeps coming in my head. It's a hootenanny. It's a hootenanny. So I don't know, but it sounds like a lot of fun. So, you know, like I said, it sounds like a lot of fun. Karen, it's good to see you too. Aren't you supposed to be at an art show or something at Vickery? Isn't that what you're doing? I thought I saw something online. I was going to come and see you, or was that the other night that you were there doing an art show or something? I don't know. All right, so I'm trying to figure out, you know, if I can get through figuring out how to read the comments that are coming. Oh, hey, look, I can do it on my laptop. I can see them. The bottom of the... Huh, how about that? I got it. Zach, don't know if I remember mentioning song working music. And you started... Yes! I do remember bow ties and music. That was you. And I'm so glad that you took the leap of faith to do that. Yes. And I keep hearing producer. So are you doing production? Because that's what I keep hearing is producer. So, yeah, I guess we're going with that. I hope that that's what you're doing. And Karen, anytime. Like I said, they're having a great time, so don't worry about them. Yeah, they're way too much fun is going on. Anyway, and yes, Gina, the sevens have been coming up a lot lately. Like yesterday, they were all over. Like, seemed like all the cards that I pulled kept being, you know, some combination that came to a 7. It was just kind of strange. Like at the time that I was pulling all of the 7s, it's like the whole family, they all had 7s for their cards. And then I looked and I had like 7 people online at that same time. All right. Well, so tomorrow night I start back Recovery Dharma in person at the Carter Treatment Center in Cumming. So if you would like to join us for a little meditation, talk about some Buddhist principles and how to ease our suffering, I will be there at 7 o'clock. It's on the 2nd floor. all the way in the back. Follow the music or follow the people that should be there. And so that means tomorrow I will not be on here. And I somewhat created a monster. I started cooking some food for Mom, and now she's like calling me up every couple days with her new menu. So I will probably be cooking on Monday, but at some point in the beginning of the week I will come on again and do some more online readings, definitely. And should anyone have questions or things they want to talk about that they don't want to talk about online on a Facebook Live, you're more than welcome to look in the description and see that I do private sessions. So you're welcome to come down and sit at the office with me, and we can talk about it offline and in person, where it's very focused on you, and figure out how best to help you learn how to understand and hear your own spirit guides when they are talking, and how to tap into your own higher wisdom and stuff like that. So since it looks like I ran through everybody and it's been about 45 minutes, I guess I'm gonna sign off now. And if y'all need me, you know where to find me. So much love to everyone. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.